Hey guys, I've got sort of an interesting bass to demo for you guys today. This is a custom build that I built for a client called the Werewolf. So you can see by this awesome werewolf engraving we put right there, wolfbane flowers on the pickguard. Turned out beautiful. Typically I don't demo custom builds that I make for clients unless there's something really special about it that I want to show off. So as you can see, this has a very unique pickup configuration. Music man in the neck, split P in the middle, and another music man there in the bridge. It's a pickup configuration that I probably wouldn't have thought to do myself, but it actually turned out to be pretty cool, and it's got some really cool, unique sounds that I thought you guys might appreciate. So I'm Dan, this is Guns and Guitars. Let's hear how it sounds. Now all three of these pickups here do feature Alnico 5 magnets. Originally in the neck position I had a lower output ceramic pickup, but it sounded a little bit thin and lifeless, so I ditched it in favor of, basically it's actually the exact same pickup as in the bridge there. So I did want a lower output pickup in the neck because, you know, to balance the sound a bit, but I found that this one just sounds so much better. I'd rather have this one at a much lower level in comparison to the bridge pickup, so they can still balance, but still get that full rich tone of the Alnico 5 magnets. So the controls are very simple, just a volume for each pickup. And so I'm gonna go through all the different settings with you guys right now. And this bass does lend itself more to aggressive styles of music. Pretty sure that's what the client had in mind when he asked for this pickup configuration and, well, these engravings. So we are going to play some metal here, and full disclosure, I'm not much of a metal player, but I do know my way around a bass a little bit, so I'm going to do my best attempt at it anyway. For this demo, I'm going to be recording directly into Logic Pro, no EQ, no amp simulation. I'm just using this Focusrite Scarlett Solo USB interface. This is a great little entry-level USB interface. I use it all the time for all my recordings. I have no latency issues whatsoever, as long as I'm not using a million different plugins. But if I keep it pretty simple, this thing just works awesome. So if you guys are interested in a cheap recording interface, this one's pretty good at less than $100. It comes with recording software, so if you don't have any, you can use a light version, I think, of Ableton, and Pro Tools actually comes along bundled with this thing. Of course, if you're a Mac user, works flawlessly with GarageBand, or my personal favorite, Logic Pro 10. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start by doing each pickup individually so you can hear how they sound, and then I'm going to start blending them together with each other and finally end with all three pickups at the same time. So here goes. So there you have it. That's all of the different combinations of these pickups. The tone is super unique, I think. It's definitely a little bit on the brighter side, and it definitely lends itself more to the heavier music styles. This isn't the bass that I would go to for like jazz or Motown, but for heavy rock, heavy metal, excellent tone. Keep in mind, again, no EQ, no amp simulation. I do that on purpose because whenever people demo stuff on YouTube and they're going through like their full effects rack and like all kinds of like preamps and plugins and things like that, you don't really get a good idea of what the bass actually sounds like. You get a good idea of what that bass could sound like through all of their crazy gear. But I want you guys to hear what the raw signal sounds like. So if you guys were to plug this into your amp and your gear, you could probably get a lot more tone out of it. But that gives you an idea of what this pickup configuration can do. And of course, as always, let me know in the comments which pickup selection you guys liked best. Personally, I liked, obviously, the P and the Music Man and the bridge is always just a classic sound that I love. I did like all three. Now keep in mind, actually, whenever I'm blending in the neck pickup with these other two pickups, I'm actually only running at about 90-95%. I'm not running it full on, because when it goes full on, it makes it a little bit muddy and kind of scoops out the mids a little bit. It's not really a desirable sound personally. So I did just back it off a tad, and it does make it a lot fatter, a lot warmer than not having it at all. But having it up there at about 90-95% when blending with the other pickups, to my ears sounded perfect. So I really liked all three of them together. Again, that neck just at like 90-95%. What actually surprised me though is I actually really liked how the neck and the middle pickup sounded together. That really surprised me. I didn't see that coming. As you can tell, this P pickup is actually slid further towards the bridge. We did that so that we could get proper string alignment with the pickup poles for that neck pickup, because it was a little bit too wide. So we scrunched them all down there at the back so you get proper string alignment. And that P pickup is kind of closer to a bridge position than a middle or a neck position. And that actually sounds pretty good. It's got me kind of rethinking some of my pickup configurations for future builds. So putting a P pickup there kind of more in the bridge position actually is really cool. And then to fatten it up a little bit with a neck pickup like that was actually really cool. It's kind of Billy Sheehan-esque, except for I don't really care for Billy Sheehan's tone personally, so I think this is better. It kind of actually reminds me a little bit of some older PV basses that had two split P pickups, one in the neck and one in the bridge, which they never really got popular, but if you listen to them, they actually have a really cool tone. So something that I'm going to keep in mind for future builds is maybe putting a jazz pickup in the neck and then a P pickup in the bridge, kind of opposite of what you normally see of a PJ setup. So I might try that out and see how it sounds. But let me know in the comments which pickup configuration you guys liked best. And of course, like and subscribe for more videos and sound demos and stuff like that. So I'm Dan, this is Guns and Guitars. Thanks for watching.